Hey, welcome back to Screen Time. This is our special episode of our top 10 for 2024 of shows, and then a few honorable mentions and disappointments.
Yes.
I am your host, Josh Youngbar, and this is my co-host, Jared.
Hello.
Hello, Jared Youngbar.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, this is this is one of my favorite things to do.
It is fun.
I really enjoy
Yeah.
trying to narrow down the list.
Yeah.
Which
A lot
is,
of thought goes into the top 10 for sure.
yeah,
Like right order.
yeah, and hopefully you get some value out of maybe finding out about something you didn't know
recommendations.
about. Yeah. And so you can just kind of create a list of some things maybe to catch up on into the new year. But yeah, so we're going to start with our honorable mentions, then move to some disappointments, and then do our top 10 counting down from 10.
Yeah. And just go back and forth, right? From 10 to,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
go back and forth.
if we have one,
We'll wait to the higher,
Wait to the higher, yeah. Okay.
higher level, which would be lower number. But
Yeah.
in the stuff, because there's no order to the honorable mentions.
mm-hmm.
We'll, yeah. If you think something we missed or disagree with,
Yeah.
please send us feedback at screentimepod.com, or leave a comment on YouTube or TikTok, Instagram Reel, whatever.
Yes.
So you ready to get started?
Oh, yeah. I am ready.
All right, you want to kick us off with one of your honorable mentions?
Yeah. I'll start with Black Doves. I really liked it. And I talked about it a few weeks back. You just talked about it on the TV pod. Just a lot of fun. I think what elevated it for me was when it released, because it is very Christmassy, had the Christmas vibe to it,
Yes.
which is nice. We talked about it just a little bit ago. Keira Knightley and Ben Whishaw are both great in it. So yeah, guess we should also say that's Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
Got pushed off. I ended up not on my even honorable mention, but
Okay.
it made it on my first
Oh, and
list
then you
before I
narrowed it
started
down.
narrowing things down.
Yeah. Yeah, these honorable mentions will be interesting because I don't know. I
So
think we have
we'll stick
roughly
with
about the
Netflix.
same.
One of the
Okay.
The Gentleman, season 1.
This is one I did have, but
Got
it went
pushed
off. Yeah.
So this was a lot of fun, Guy Ritchie style,
Yeah.
kind of a reworking of the movie into a TV show. But this was
Is it
early,
actually?
the early 2020. Huh?
I was confused by that if it really was like the same story as the movie. It seemed like it was like loosely.
It's like loosely.
Yeah.
It's like it's not the same, but it's not completely different.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a reimagining of the story.
Right. It was really good what I watched of it. I just
Yeah.
didn't watch much.
Oh, I finished
Yeah.
it. It was good. Binged right through it. So
Nice.
that's also on Netflix. The Gentleman,
Yeah.
season 1, which I think they are doing a season 2 of.
Cool.
So
This is not just one thing.
mhm.
Okay. He's busy. He's got
Yeah, he's got an
He's got a
Apple
movie.
show or movie or
Oh,
something
really?
coming to Apple too. Yeah.
he does a decent amount of movies too.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's even recently released a decent amount. But I'll have to look into that. He's doing an Apple movie or show. That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
but like on this, like it. I mean, he's not probably directing every episode. Other people
No.
direct. So like,
No, I don't think so.
Like it's a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's another honorable mention?
Curb, the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It still was good. I mean, from the previous seasons, it was, I would say, a little stronger, but it still ended really well. And what I like, no spoilers, but I just like the way they ended Curb, very similar to Seinfeld.
Okay.
So I appreciated that. So people are either going to hate it or love it, probably. I haven't heard too much about it, but yeah, I'm glad that he got to finish it and do what he wanted to do with it. And I can't imagine he's going to do anything else.
Probably retire.
He's probably done. Yeah.
All right, another honorable mention for me.
That's HBO, by the way.
Yeah.
Max,
Yes.
whatever.
Sugar on Apple TV Plus.
That's on my honorable mentions
All right.
too. Yeah.
So, Colin Farrell, fantastic as like a
Yeah.
PI.
I like this more than I
Like-
think I really. It kind of grew on me as it went.
Like
Like
film
when it
noir
first started.
PI.
Yep.
And with a twist.
Yeah, very unexpected twist. Not even at the end, like halfway through the season.
Yeah. Like mid-season twist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, very good.
It was cool. And there will be more of this? Do you
Yes,
know?
I think it got renewed or
Cool.
to do another season. So, yeah.
Good on Apple for continuing shows. If this was Netflix, it would have been canceled probably already.
But yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. It got very dark at the end too.
Mhm.
Like more so than I thought it would. It was yeah, no. It was good.
Something else you got.
So, yeah, that was one of them I
Yeah.
had on my list too. Landman.
Okay, this is on my honorable mentions
Okay.
as well. Which technically it's not over yet, right?
No, but
It's
it can
close to
still. Yeah, there's only a couple more left to come out, but I don't know. We just talked about this, how we can't really explain it, but it's entertaining.
it. Yeah, it grows on you.
It does. It does.
It's good.
Still stuff I don't like about it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Besides Yellowstone, honestly, I think I really like and have watched everything Taylor Sheridan has done, all of his shows. Just good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So we'll see, unless like the finale is like awful, but I don't think that's.
Nah, I think it's good.
I think it's going to stay
Billy
pretty
Bob
much the-
Thornton's doing
Yeah.
his thing and being very
No big plot really, even to this show. There's not really like a big bad. There's somewhat of like a,
good. Yeah.
but not really. I don't know. Just fun.
Crisis with the oil rigs.
Yeah, but that's
Oil pumps.
every day.
Yeah.
If you're in that industry, it's a
Yeah.
normal day.
But it's fun. It's entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. I had to put it on the list.
Nice. Well, like I said, that one's on mine, but so then I'm going to do Dark Matter, Apple TV Plus.
Okay.
Another honorable mention. This was also kind of a pleasant surprise how good this was.
Yeah, I think you're higher on this than me.
Oh, okay.
I think you liked it more than I did overall.
Yeah.
I still liked it, but
I think just the end was a little weird, but then they're doing
Yeah.
another season, so but it's based on a book, so I think
yeah.
there's material there.
I remember because we covered it for a while. I remember talking about, which I don't remember how you landed on it, but I just didn't like our main character.
Yeah, I know.
His
You
acting
didn't
was
his
like
acting.
he's something weird. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it was.
Uncle Owen, like Uncle Owen.
I do like Uncle Owen, but not. I don't know in this, but it makes up for it with Jennifer Connelly. She's awesome. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, that's also Apple. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, I did.
That's
But
okay.
yes,
All right.
Apple TV Plus,
Yeah.
Dark Matter.
All right. I only have one more honorable mention.
Oh, geez. Okay. I've got a few more.
Do you got a few more?
Yeah.
That's fine. Tokyo Vice, season 2. I'm glad they got to do this because I wasn't even sure they were going to do a second season. This is on HBO Max. Just an awesome set in the 90s. Reason why I checked it out in the first place was because Michael Mann was involved with it.
Yep.
He directed the first episode. I think that's it that he did. I don't think he did any more with it, but really cool. Yeah, set in the 90s, Yakuza kind of centered story.
Yeah.
And the second season was like way better than the first season. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
And it ended really well. So I was glad they got the green light on the second season. They're like, all right, well, we can
Wrap it up.
figure out a way to finish it. It's really awesome. I don't think you've ever watched it, but
No,
is this on your
this
list?
is on my
Okay.
list. Like we were talking about in our last
Your ever-growing list.
Well, no, like it's kind of there as like
Or are you going to move it up?
like
move it up
Squid
the
Game is. Like I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this is something I know it's good.
Yeah.
I should watch it. Yeah. And I had it kind of on the list when season 2 was coming. I was like, oh, maybe I should watch season 1 again, and I just didn't get a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard this is good. And
Yeah,
it's
I'd
definitely
recommend it.
I'd
Yeah,
like.
it's and if you start it, even though I really like the first episode, like it's one of those few shows that gets better, I think, as it goes. And like I said, second season, it's even better.
Right on.
So that's it for honorable mentions. Yeah, so you
I've
got a few more.
A few more.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of go through here.
Oh, besides movies, but I don't know if we want to.
Well, you can do movies.
I didn't know if we wanted to separate that, but yeah, I can go ahead and start doing
Oh, I
movies
actually
too. Whenever
do have those separate.
Well, you do the rest of your shows first, and then we can.
I have Silo season 2. It's also not over yet, but it's been really
But it's
good.
on your honor. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's partly why. Like I don't feel like I could judge it completely.
Yeah.
To even put it on the main list because it's not finished yet. Dune Prophecy. I'm gonna
Okay.
put this on here because I think there was a lot that was good in this, and there were some things that were clunky, but I think overall, the pieces are there that if with season 2, it could be a really good show. And I think it's also just, it's cool to be in the Dune universe. And there's the only other way to do that other than the films.
I agree. Does it feel like the Dune universe though?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping that it'll do the thing kind of like Lord of the Rings or Rings of Power, where they learn from the first season and then but I don't think you talked about it. Did the season end well? I mean, I know it was only 6 episodes.
I think it did. Like the
Dune
last
Prophecy.
episode really brought some things together, and yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it got better, I think, as it went. So I think that helps too. My outlook on it, where I know you didn't finish it yet or watch.
No, I only watched I think I only watched 3 of them.
Then I'm gonna shout out the franchise.
Oh
as an
yeah,
honorable mention. I think again, this is.
I need to finish this. I have a few more.
I'm in like the Venn diagram of like ideal person to watch
Yeah,
this.
you are.
So I think I loved it a lot more than the average person.
Yeah,
But it was a lot of fun, and
it is. Yeah. Did they continue the credits thing where they're interviewed? Did that happen through the whole show?
I think so. I don't remember
I love
now,
that.
like, but I'm pretty sure they were still doing that by the last episode. So yeah.
that was sick.
Also, Hacks season 3.
Oh yeah.
This again was a great season. A little step. There was a few missteps, I think, in this season over season 1 and 2, because season 1 and 2 are so strong. I think like season 1 and 2 would be on my top 10.
Yeah.
And season 3 just didn't quite make it.
It probably was last year for
probably. I
when
don't
we did it.
remember.
Yeah.
And then another one that's very similar, The Bear season 3. The Bear season 3, again, season 1 and 2 would have definitely been on my top 10.
Oh, for sure.
And this is, just like Hack season 3, The Bear season 3 is in the top 20, but not the top 10.
So that is in my top 10.
Okay.
So
All
we can talk about it.
We can talk about more.
Yeah.
We already mentioned Landman. Cruel Intentions.
Oh yeah, you did like this.
I thought
yeah.
that was kind of fun. And I just want to shout out, like, I love that film. And I think this show did a good job of overall modernizing the concept.
This one's Amazon.
Yes, this is on Amazon. Sorry, The Bear is on Hulu. Hacks is on HBO Max.
Yeah.
The franchise is HBO Max.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm trying to remember which ones we actually mentioned,
Yes.
where they're
That's
streaming
where
or
I was
not.
getting a little, getting a little too fast here and forgetting to mention it. Then Bad Monkey season 1,
Yeah.
Apple TV Plus. There's another one that was. This would
How
be
many
my.
Apple shows are we going to have on our?
This was would be in my top 20, but not top 10.
Yeah.
And
I didn't.
then-
You did finish it, right? I think you talked about it on the pod.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I never finished it yet, but
Oh.
I liked it.
Yeah. And then House of the Dragon season 2. Again, another one to be in top 20, but didn't make the top 10. Just some wonky story elements and things that
Yes.
really didn't feel like it was a full, complete story for a season. It really is the best way.
No.
But production values and some scenes were amazing in that season.
Oh yeah. That's in my top 10. I'll talk about that also.
And then last but not least, Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
This is not over yet, but this is...
Are you caught up?
I am caught up, and there's been some really fun episodes in this. A lot of homage to Goonies. I mean, there's like straight up stuff in there that you're like, oh my gosh.
Cool.
And Jude Law is amazing in this.
Yeah.
And I don't know I can't remember who voices the robot, but the robot is so good in this. The robot is so good.
Okay.
Yeah, and the kids, they're kid actors. They're above average for kid actors, but they're not like excellent.
Right.
But neither were the kids in Goonies, so it definitely has that vibe. But a lot of fun. That's all I can say. It's just a lot of fun.
So still good.
Yeah.
I guess half the season now we're at this point.
Yeah, over half.
Hasn't dipped at all. You still.
Yeah, I mean, there was one episode I think that was like a little like, other than even the first time, it's a little slow getting things going. Right. But once they're like off the main planet and traveling the galaxy and doing their thing, it's a lot of fun.
So that is kind of the main concept of the show is they do go to a lot of different planets.
Yeah,
cool. I like that.
All right. Well, that's the end of my honorable mentions. Do you want to mention some films?
Yes. Yeah.
What do you got?
I got to start with definitely my favorite movie of the year, Dune Part 2.
Yep.
We're not ranking our movies, but that's definitely number one. Honestly, I think a masterful film that is even better than Part 1, I think. And I think Denis Villeneuve is one of the best directors right now in general, but especially for sci-fi. I just revisited for like the 50th time Blade Runner 2049 again. Incredible movie. So just those two alone, the fact that he did those and just had such reverence for the source material is amazing.
Yeah.
And
no, I agree. He's a amazing director.
He is.
And
we went through his filmography,
genre, like Arrival.
Yeah, they were all great.
Of course, then you throw in Sicario and stuff like that. That's also
even
great.
Prisoners
is great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't think he's missed at all. I haven't watched his early French films. We didn't cover those, but all of them were great. Even that first one. That was also Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
Enemy.
Enemy. That's what's good. Yeah,
that was even cool. Yeah,
it was good. Cool. Yeah, I had that on there.
Would that be your favorite film of the year though? Probably not. I'm assuming.
No,
Yes, it is. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I thought I was still. I know you loved it, but I thought I was still like higher on it than you. But no, number one.
I don't know one that I would say that I liked better.
Okay. Cool.
So also have Challengers.
Yep, I got that too. Yeah,
that was a fantastic film.
Yes, it was.
What else you got?
Anora, which I just talked about the other week.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's like I mentioned before, this director is great, Sean Baker. He directed, wrote, and edited the movie. And it's just very entertaining and goes places that are very unexpected, and even has a very unexpected ending that I thought was really great too. And the two main actors in it did really well. I think our main actress in it, I think she's getting a lot of buzz for potential Oscars for this movie. So
okay,
yeah.
And put down Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, me too. I have that on.
Thought that was the best way to say is like way better than it should have ever been. Like it is.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, there's so many jokes crammed in there.
I love how self-aware they were.
And so, yeah, it was honestly just well done. Well done.
Yes. And the fact that everyone at Marvel signed off on them, like literally making fun of Marvel
Yes.
and how they're at a low point right now.
So great.
Yeah. Yes. I have 3 more. So, Alien Romulus, the newest Alien movie.
Yep.
I don't think. Have you watched this yet?
No.
Okay. It is very well done. I think when I talked about it before, it's like a perfect mix, tone-wise, of the first Alien movie and the second Alien movie.
Mm.
So Alien and Aliens. It's kind of a perfect mix of those two. A lot of practical effects in it too, which I appreciated. There was only one aspect of the movie that just looked bad, and it's some de-aging stuff that I won't get into, but they should have just not done that. But besides that, it was really great. And our main android in that film is incredible, and he should at least get nominated for it.
Mm.
So,
All right, not one I've watched. All right, so I have on here also just Fall Guy.
oh yeah,
I thought this was way underrated.
yeah, it was cool. I don't have it on here, but yeah,
Yeah, it was such just a fun film, and
yeah, it was.
well made, and the on-screen performances from Emily Blunt and
Ryan Gosling.
was great. The chemistry was great.
Mm-hmm.
Humor was great. Action scenes were great.
Yeah,
It was just a good film.
kind of another one that's in your wheelhouse, though. Like specifically for you, they get a lot
there's
into
another
like the
layer of
franchise.
jokes. Yes, there's a lot of another layer of jokes that are there if you're a little bit more aware of film production. Yes.
Yes. I have Long Legs on here. I mentioned this a while back. This was one of my favorite. I don't really want to call it a horror movie. It's not. Suspense, maybe thriller.
Mm-hmm.
I love how much it reminded me of, not the plot of the movie, but it reminded me a lot of Seven in the style of it.
Mm.
So there's Fincher elements in this that, and they just the way they build tension in this movie and the sort of dread that just kind of like lingers through the whole movie, just very well done. It was really great. Very divisive too. Like people either loved it or hate it. I don't know, but
Haven't seen it.
that's one you go into. It's not a horror movie. You could,
Okay.
you should check it out.
So then I put down Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Thought this was also very good. Some people say it's better than the first one.
No, I like the first one better.
I have to watch them closer together.
It is still really good though.
But yeah,
Especially for a
fantastic job of
sequel.
sequel. And then just gonna shout again, then Dream Productions following up with
Right.
being in part of the universe of that is also fantastic. So
It's a
on
cool
Disney
idea.
Plus. So
We didn't say where all these movies are streaming, but I don't really know because they jump around a lot.
yeah, I mean obviously Deadpool
Everything's
you can probably
right,
watch
that
on
would be
Disney Plus and Inside Out and Dream but so yeah, some of these other ones
most
who
of
knows?
them will be streaming by now.
Yeah.
If not, at least on VOD, but probably all of them are streaming by now.
And then do you have any more?
Just one more.
Okay, you go ahead.
Hitman. Is this on yours?
It is.
Yeah.
This was my kind of last segment because I have a plus on this.
A plus on this. What
Yeah.
does that mean? I don't know what that means.
So I group this in with this is like what Glenn Powell.
Yeah. The Glenn Powell Renaissance.
Yes. because you have Anyone But You, which was actually way better than
Yeah.
it should have been,
Yeah, it was.
with Sydney Sweeney, and then Twisters was also
Haven't watched it yet, but
pretty
yeah.
good for a sequel like that, and then Hitman on Netflix, and I'm like, dude, like Glenn Powell was like killing it this year.
He is.
So I kind of grouped them all together because even though Hitman's probably the standout of them, just from like it totally subverted expectations of what it was.
We mentioned how it was very much like, I love how it's a throwback to like a early 2000s type movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And honestly, that I think out of all those movies that he's done recently, this is like the best kind of showcase for him because he does so many characters in it, and they were all,
Yeah. They're all great.
really, really great. And even you remember the opening scene? It was such a good like way to open the scene, like a very long, not a one take, but a very long opener that was really just introduced the movie really well.
Yeah. That was great.
And it's shout out to him, like working with like the most attractive actresses too. Like,
Well,
man.
and then, you know, obviously he's attractive and ripped dude, and then like
Right.
the dude in that to like nerd him up and do all those things he does in that is great too.
Yeah.
All right, so then moving on to disappointments.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
How many do you have?
About probably 8 or 10, somewhere in there.
Oh, okay. I only have 5, but
Okay.
I might agree with some of yours though. It's there is more, I'm sure, but these are the main one. These are like very strongly. I was just like,
No, these are things like, well, I kind of group in here either something that was not good enough for me to finish,
right.
or just
Oh yeah, I didn't really. Yeah.
there's a couple of
I
them
could have added
like
more
that,
like that,
and then or just like things that I was did at, you know, even some of my finished them and I'm still very disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and we probably have some overlap. I included a couple of
Probably.
movies here too.
Oh, I didn't put any movies.
Yeah, I got 3 movies.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you go ahead. You got a lot more.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll start there since we just ended with it. So, Unfrosted on Netflix is one I listed. I feel like Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld could have done better.
Yeah.
There was a couple moments in this that were good, but overall,
I agree.
it's a very big letdown on my
Yeah.
part as a big Jerry Seinfeld fan.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, he could definitely do it way better. He should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can't at this point. He's just too old, washed up.
He can do it if Larry David can do it for as long as he has and just finish Curb.
But the problem is he got away from it. Maybe, you know, you lose your edge when you
True.
or Larry David.
Yeah, Larry David, he went right into it. It was like
Not
the
long-
next
yeah, not
year
long, yeah,
after Seinfeld ended, he started Curb. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That was disappointing.
Yeah. Okay. And then Argyle. That's another movie.
I never even watched it.
So bad, but so
Was that actually
Potential.
this past year?
Yeah.
Man, it seemed
came out in
even
the
longer
theater. It
ago
came
than
out in the
that.
theater in like February.
Yeah, it was probably early. Yeah,
And
early.
then- yeah,
Man.
because I saw it in the theater only because it was like a group thing, and it
Yeah.
was while we were traveling, and everyone's like, "Let's go see it." Just man,
I think I
So
asked
much
you before,
potential.
but how was Dua Lipa's acting? Because I don't remember. I don't think she's ever been.
it was. I mean, the part was so minor. Like, it,
Okay.
yeah,
So I was curious. I mean, I like her music, but I think this is the first time she's acted. Potentially, I don't know. Sometimes that's an issue with
yeah. Singers,
yeah
turned actors.
singers trying to act. Yeah.
All right, and then last film, Joker 2.
Oh, yeah. Right. With our review, I was definitely hotter on it than you. Yeah, I liked it more than you did.
I think it was a big disappointment in what could have been.
It definitely is compared to the first one because the first one was really great. Yeah.
All right, what you got for some shows? Probably have some of the same ones, but
I'll start with the one that I guarantee is on your list, The Acolyte.
yep, yes, it is.
It's even worse because did we cover all of it?
Did we cover all of
I
it?
think we did the whole thing.
Man, we did.
Yes, because
Commitment.
the infamous podcast moment where Josh looked down for 1 second and missed Plagueis in that
That's
show.
right. That's right. I was like, I'm taking notes,
Yeah.
and I missed the quick.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. I mean, it was like a split second. It's not really anything. And who knows? No, I think they already said they're not.
No, they're not making
canceled
another
it.
season yet.
Yeah. Which is makes
But-
me mad that they burned Darth Plagueis in that, but yeah.
And I want to say, I think they might have said another season of Skeleton Crew. I don't remember.
Well, okay. Well, that makes more sense at least. That's
Yeah. But anyway. All right,
you know what
that's-
though? There was still potential in The Acolyte with
Yeah.
Kamir, the antagonist, I
Yeah.
guess you'd say.
And there was some really cool
he
action
was
scenes
awesome.
in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really cool action scenes.
So that's about it.
Yep.
Nothing else.
Story was horrendous.
We touched on it a lot. The writing was the
Yeah.
worst thing about the
It's-
show.
Yeah.
It's awful.
All right.
That's Disney if you do want to watch it.
It's true. All right. How about Three Body Problem?
No, because I have not watched enough of it yet.
No, I watched enough of it to be like, it's just not working.
Oh, that sucks.
And
The
for me-
book is so good.
It's just not working for me. And,
Yeah.
and so I didn't finish it, but I watched most of the,
Okay.
like 2/3 of the season.
Man.
And I know they're
I
doing
still am
another
gonna-
season, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they committed to covering because it's a trilogy of books.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know if this whole season covered the whole first book, but I think they already confirmed they're wrapping up in like 3 seasons. And I think they said maybe like a movie too or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're committed to covering the whole trilogy. Anyway, but we'll see.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
That's Netflix.
Yes.
I still want to finish it. We'll see how it is.
What else you got?
Dune Prophecy.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you didn't even finish it.
No, but I saw half of it. I will finish it at some point. It's just, to me, I know we don't agree on this. To me, it did not feel like Dune. And I was looking forward to it.
How do you clarify that? What does that mean to you?
I think a lot of it had to do with not necessarily the acting, but the characters in it. Also, I didn't care about any of them, really. Like, it didn't really do much to make me care about these characters. Maybe later on, by the end of the season, but the positive I will say, though, is I like how we get to see these different houses, and how they function in this 1,000 years or whatever before the movie. But I don't know. And also it seemed like they really forced in like sex scenes that were unnecessary.
Mm.
Okay, actually, here's another point to which felt the most like, or the least like Dune, is one of the planets they go to where it's like a strip club or something, or like a EDM party. I think it was in the very first episode, I want to say. And it just, also, at least in this scene, the production value seemed pretty cheap, and it just, I don't know, didn't feel like Dune.
Mm.
Just felt like a cheap sci-fi show. So, yeah, I was very disappointed. And I think also because I was looking forward to it so much, because I just want more Dune in general. And so I think that's what made it worse for me, because I wanted to like it. Just couldn't.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, did make it my top 10, but it was definitely would have been my top 20, because I think it was a lot. I think they still accomplished
That's
a lot.
crazy if it would have been in your top 10.
I think they accomplished a lot good. They did a lot that worked. There's just some things that didn't work.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably a lot to do with it got disrupted and reworked during the writer strikes and stuff. And then different people had to take it over because Villeneuve was originally involved. And then
Right.
when it had to get on hold because of the strikes, then when it came back, he couldn't be involved anymore.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot of that, and so when you factor that in, and like I think I think the sets and things like that look great.
No, at times it really did. Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, to me, that's half of what makes it feel like Dune, is because it's like feels like Dune. I mean, I know what you're talking about. The nightclub was like whatever, but that's on the main planet, which we've never seen in a film before.
Okay.
And it was just, which is almost like Coruscant or something, but like their version of that,
Right.
where it's just like a major city.
The score was also disappointing to me.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you're not
by
going to get Hans Zimmer scoring a TV series.
See, and that's the other problem is that like I'm trying not to compare it to the movies because that's like the highest bar of like cinematography,
yes,
director,
yes,
composer, like
yep. So
acting or actors.
So the best, not just like like some of the best people
Greg
at
Fraser,
the
right?
film level. Yes.
Yeah. So I try not to compare it to that. I just was like, cool. I know it's not going to be like the movies. I just wanted it to be more like Dune, and it wasn't. Let me ask you, by the end of the first season, did you care about the characters? Did they do better? Okay. Because I think you agree with me. At the beginning, you didn't really care as much.
I think re-edited this season could be stronger.
Okay.
I think they tried to do
maybe there'll be a fan edit of it.
If I had more free time, I'd maybe even take a crack at it.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a just a little especially in those first 2 episodes, a little disjointed the way they kind of lay things out, and I think there would be potential to do it differently.
Yeah. Well, we talk about a lot, like pacing and editing is such a crucial make or break for a movie or a show.
All right, another Netflix one.
Mm-hmm.
Which Dune you can see on HBO Max.
That's Max, yep.
So here's another Netflix one. A little controversial here. Baby Reindeer. This I could not get into, no matter how hard I tried, and could not finish it because I just didn't like it. Even though I know it's on some people's top 10 lists this year.
Yeah, no, I liked aspects of it, but no, I can agree with you. It was definitely not like one of the best shows of the year. Like it seems like it is for other people, and it was so popular on Netflix as well. But it was all right. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. What else you got?
This is probably on your list too. True Detective.
Yes.
Night Country.
Yes. Once again, another
one that I think is also on people's lists.
Is it?
At least one person I saw, and I was like,
I think it was. There's another one where so much potential.
Yes.
And it came down to the writing, just this one.
Yeah. Well, and the legacy of the previous seasons, but you hadn't seen those, so you're going even more blind into it. You didn't have the expectation of the previous seasons.
And I think the setup was so good. First couple episodes were really good, and then it just...
Oh, man. By the end, remember when we covered it, by the end, like the finale was awful.
Yeah.
It was so disappointing.
Yep.
That's what really pushed it over the edge, because it was leading up to that, but then the finale was...
Yep.
And I saw something about, I don't know if this is true, that they are doing another season, which will be a whole new story, but I think they're letting the same...
No, it is. Same showrunner.
Gosh.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she'll learn from her mistakes.
Yeah. That's also on Max, HBO, True Detective. Watch season 1.
Okay.
It's incredible.
Which is another blind spot of mine. I've never seen season 1.
Man, yeah.
Okay.
That show has a complicated history because a lot of people hated season 2.
Okay.
But in comparison to Night Country, season 2 is great.
Okay.
That's how much I did not like the new season of True Detective. Okay. But season 1, I've told you before, is like literally one of the best miniseries of all time.
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon.
That's on mine too.
There's another one with like,
I know.
I mean,
People are
Dude.
into this one, and I don't know why.
So I think because I did see this on someone's
yeah,
top 10 list, and they were claiming because the chemistry was so good between,
absolutely.
and I
not.
was like, no, that's
Absolutely
what's wrong
not.
with it.
Yes, and that's a
I think
crucial element.
the lady was poorly cast.
Agreed. That's my biggest thing because I love Donald Glover.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
And I think he's great in the role.
Yes.
And I think she's just totally
She
missing.
was
And there's
bad,
no
yeah.
chemistry between them.
Nope.
Which is also part of it. Like, it's like, I mean, it's not, it's just, there's no chemistry. There needs to be chemistry.
There
for
has
this
to be.
kind of thing
Have
to
you
work.
seen the movie? Like that's a huge
Chemistry
factor.
was so strong in the movie that they ended
Yes.
up getting divorced and married each other.
Right.
So,
Oh yeah, that was
In
a
real
whole
life.
thing. That was a whole thing. Yeah.
but,
Yeah, you know what? And my thing is, because when it came out, I talked about this. The opening scene of the show,
yep. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
and it's two very famous actors.
That's who they should have cast.
That's who should have been. But then they die immediately. It's like, all right. Yeah. Are they doing more of the show? Do you know?
I don't know, actually. I haven't heard.
This is another one. I'm curious. Did you actually finish it?
No.
Okay, I didn't either. I was
Made it pretty
curious
far,
how
though.
it would.
I feel like I watched like 5 episodes or something.
Yeah, I watched a
I
decent amount of it.
kept, wanting to give it a
Hoping.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, because I think Donald Glover's involved in
Yeah,
as a showrunner as well.
and you've never seen Atlanta, have
And
you?
I
That's-
like him as a creative.
Yeah,
I like him as an actor.
yeah.
So I want to give it a chance. You're kind of like, hey, there's a lot of.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like, I'm not going to give up on it after episode 2.
He's a great musician too. Yeah,
So anyway, all right, I have one more.
yeah. One more English teacher.
Same one for me.
Okay, all right.
Dude, okay, so this got abandoned.
People love this too, and
I
I,
know,
don't
and
get it.
I don't get it either. I don't understand. It's not
I'm
funny.
hearing people say it's like one of the funniest shows in a while, and I'm like,
Nope.
Hard
I
pass.
went back and rewatched
did you?
2 more, like, because I only made it to
It's not
episode
funny.
3, and
Yeah.
I gave up on it when it first came out.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm not liking this. Then it got so much buzz
Yep.
after the fact, and then even saw it showing up as like top 10 lists. So in the last like 2 weeks, I watched 2 more episodes,
Mm-hmm.
thinking maybe I was missing something. So I watched episode 4 and 5.
Still bad.
Still not. I mean, yeah, everyone in each episode there might be a moment that's funny,
Right.
but like, the rest of it's not that good to
No.
to warrant the top 10 lists and be
No.
like the best. No. Abbott Elementary, so much better, so much smaller, and it's
Way
the
better.
same type of, it's a workplace comedy at a school.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I just, and then if you want to, because I think it's, trying to do societal class stuff too. And
Oh, that's heavily in
yeah,
in
and
it. Which,
like, I mean, you have like Schitt's Creek that did that phenomenal and it was
Mhm.
hilarious. And this,
yeah, I don't know, and it makes it worse because I was looking forward to it because it's classified under FX of Hulu, and normally the FX shows are like pretty high prestige. Normally, a lot of those shows are done well and are normally pretty good. And so that made it worse for me that it's an FX show and it's just not good. But write in, let us know if you give us an explanation why it is like the best. If you think
Yeah,
it
if
is the
you-
best comedy, I just don't get it.
or you disagree with any of these that we put in our disappointments.
Yeah, where are you on Doom Prophecy?
Let us know. I do know which, could break this tie. Dad said he thought it was good and it felt like Dune to him.
I know. I talked to him a little bit about it. That makes less sense because he's read all the books and knows it way more than both of us.
Which means who would have a best accurate assessment of this?
I don't know.
I think that's what I in all honesty, like,
Well, a book's
think you're
different because you
letting-
picture it.
even though you are saying you're trying not to let films influence, I think they're still influencing.
Oh,
too
there
much for you.
is. I'll acknowledge that. There
And
is.
I think that's the problem you have with it.
That's part of the problem. That's not everything. But
I mean,
I'll
is
still
it a
finish it.
perfect show? No, by no means.
definitely not.
There's a reason it's not on my top 10.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But I think there's a potential there. And like you said, with like the
Hoping
Rings of
season
Power
2, yeah.
season 2, if they can pull some other stuff together, like the plot a little bit more, and I think it could be a really strong show.
Yes.
All right. So now down to the top 10. I know
10.
everyone's been dying
Yes.
to find out
Everyone
what
is.
were the 10 favorite shows
Of 2024.
Josh and Jared, which
Yeah.
I guess is probably more than 10 because we probably don't have perfect overlap.
Yeah, we were just talking before we were recording that I don't know if we'll have much overlap.
See?
I don't know.
It's funny, we had one, and my honorable mentions was in your disappointments.
Yeah, and you have an honorable mention that I have in my top 10. I think
Yeah.
at least one. So yeah, we kind of both like before we started recording, we both were like looked at each other like I think we had the same number one though.
Yes.
So I think we're pretty confident on that.
I am very confident that we both. Which
Maybe I'll throw you a curveball and change it last.
I
last
think,
minute, no.
and I think we did last year too.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because
I think it was Succession. Was it Succession?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't remember now.
But
Check
then
the
also,
tape. Check the tape. I don't remember.
Or was it the Bear season 2?
I think those are 1 and 2,
Mhm.
and it might have been like opposite for you and I.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
I don't
yeah, those were definitely, yeah,
All right. Coming in number 10,
yeah. Go ahead.
Shrinking season 2.
Oh, I have this higher.
Okay. So, for those of you who think
Right.
Teachers funny, this show is actually funny. Watch Shrinking,
Yes.
Teachers.
Yeah. So we'll wait.
Yeah, we
talk
can
about
if you
this?
had higher. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what's your number 10?
All right. House of the Dragon, season 2.
Okay.
It's number 10.
This was on my honorable mention. I didn't.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Well, you touched on it already some. I agree with you. Because there were some like incredible moments in this season.
yeah.
For sure. And like you mentioned also, like visually, like
Yeah.
it looks amazing. So it didn't dip in any of that way, but I 100% agree with you though. Like it didn't feel like a complete season.
Yeah.
The way it ended was disappointing.
There wasn't like a full story arc.
No.
And then of course Damon's side thing was
Right.
so annoying.
Yeah, that was rough too. Even though I liked what was going on with him, I thought it was interesting, but they took him out a lot. It's like maybe they didn't have that actor like for enough
Yeah.
time or something. I don't know. Interesting, but I'm still confident in them next season.
Yeah, still looking forward to
yeah,
season 3.
definitely still looking forward to it. But yeah, it just a little disappointing.
Mm-hmm. So what do you got for
Okay.
9?
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, we'll
9?
ping pong
All right.
back more.
The Bear, which was that
it my
honorable?
honorable
That was
mention as
honorable
well?
mention to you. Okay. The Bear season 3. Definitely the worst season of the 3,
Yeah.
which sucks to say, but this show was so, I mean, we just mentioned season 2 was either number 1 or number 2 for us
Yes.
last year. Now again, I love that they can pump out these seasons quick. And I think our main thing with this, which I think you agree with me, is just the creator had the rest of the show in mind to be only one more season after season 2,
Yep.
but they demanded 2 seasons. And this feels like that a lot,
Yeah.
where they're really stretched out this season with
Yeah.
the story. And that was my main.
There was a couple
issue.
good episodes.
Yes.
That were like, oh, this is the Bear,
Felt like the Bear.
and
Like,
then
yeah.
there was a handful of other episodes that were like a dip of like, man,
Yeah,
that was definitely
and kind
not-
of the same thing with House of the Dragon to me, where the way the season ended
yeah,
was kind of just like, oh, like it just felt like an end of episode, not an end of a season to
Yep.
me. So, still a great show though, but yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, yeah, that's so I still wanted to put it in top 10, but yeah,
All right, number 9 for me, Presumed Innocent.
this is higher for me.
Okay, well then we'll wait and talk about it then. That's interesting.
This is going to get confusing because I'm going to say I need to know which ones we're gonna
No, it's
we
okay.
need to talk about later on. But
we'll remember
okay,
because you'll say it and you'll be like, okay, now we're
right, that's true.
okay. Well, then I'll go to my 8, Fallout.
This is higher for
Okay.
me.
Well, then what's 8 for you?
The Penguin.
Okay, this is higher for me.
Okay.
It's the fact. Or what's your next one?
So now we're at 7, right?
Whatever's after the Penguin for you.
Yeah, Penguin was 8 for me.
Yeah.
7 is Lioness season 2.
Okay, this is higher for me.
Oh, so you did finish it?
Yeah. Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
I think last time when I talked about it, you hadn't finished it yet, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, then that was 7 for me.
Okay, 7 for me is Nobody Wants This.
Oh yeah, this is. I didn't watch the show yet. So
Okay. So this was the.
this is the
This is on Netflix.
Adam Brody.
Yes.
Uh,
And
what is her name?
yes.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen
Kristen
Bell.
Bell, there we go.
Veronica Mars.
Yeah. And from Frozen, and a
Yes.
lot of other stuff.
So this is the romantic comedy
Yeah.
that was, again, talking about chemistry. These people had chemistry.
Mm.
That's what
Yeah.
made the two leads is what makes the show work so well, and it's just great to watch, and it's funny and charming and all the things. I technically watched it twice because I watched it, and then I was like, Robin needs to watch this. So then I watched
Nice.
it. Robin and I watched it. I might have missed a few like she might have watched 1 or 2 without me, but most of it I rewatched.
I will definitely watch this because these kind of shows, I know you watch a lot more of these kind of shows, but yeah, I definitely
And movies.
am going
this
to.
kinda,
Yes, yeah. But I did just mention a show like this that I do really like is Fleischman is in Trouble, which
Right,
I just
yeah.
mentioned and revisited.
And the same actor, right?
Yep, same actor.
All right.
So that was 7.
Yeah. for
Okay.
me. You want me to? So my number 6, Disclaimer.
Oh wow, I don't have this. Well, I watched a very little bit of this, but
So you
yeah,
watched
go
it.
ahead and talk about it.
I mean, this show on Apple TV Plus,
Yeah.
just it's one of those shows where everything is firing in all cylinders. Now, it's kind of like a mystery mixed with, a little bit of suspense, like because you think there's a murder possibly.
A little bit of unreliable narrator.
That some
potentially?
of that, yeah,
Okay.
because you're getting the story from 3 different perspectives.
That's right. Yeah.
But the acting is phenomenal.
Oh
And
yeah.
the story is great.
Kate Blanchett.
And talent out the wazoo.
Mm.
And the
Incredible,
cinematography is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and the director.
Yeah, Alfonso Cuarón,
Yeah.
like doing a TV show. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was great. It was great. And
It's on my list. Just haven't.
yeah, you
Haven't really-
gotta finish it.
Yeah, and it's shorter, so I will. I think it's only like 6 or 7. Yeah,
I feel like it's 7 or 8, but maybe
Mm. Okay, that was 6.
6. Yeah.
Okay. My 6 is Fallout.
Okay.
So
Which I had
yours was
I had it at 8.
okay. All right.
So I'll just say what.
Yeah.
I've never really played these games.
Yeah, I'm way more familiar
So
with
I
it.
think maybe that's why it's a little higher for you.
Probably.
But this, it was still great, entertaining, and well made, and
Mm.
I think I didn't.
Jonathan Nolan,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot
Chris
that he-
Nolan's brother. Yeah,
he was working on it. Yeah.
Westworld guy.
Westworld
yeah.
guy. Yeah, and his wife Lisa Joy. I feel like I didn't care for the ending of the season.
Yeah, you're not alone there. There's I saw some other people talking about this, saying they loved the show, but didn't like the ending.
Yeah, but otherwise,
I love the ending.
I think
but
I think
I know what the potential
Where
or
it's gonna
setup.
go.
Yes.
I did like the world building is fantastic because it's such a bizarre and different world.
Yeah.
Also, just coming off of Silo season 1 being so good, the end of 2023, and then going into like not too long, like a few months break, and then this starting, and you're like, oh, another Silo show, right?
Right. They're just vaults.
Couldn't be so different.
Oh, very different.
And they're both great in their own right. So anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
The world is such a huge component that needs to be right in the Fallout world. So I'm glad that they nailed that. Like you said, you really liked how
the world building was good.
Yeah, that's a key component. The cast did really well in this, especially.
Yeah, Ella Purnell.
Oh yeah, she was great.
She's great, and because I always liked her in the
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets, yeah.
She was in something else recently.
Oh, that was the only thing
I
saw her in.
But,
yeah, what's
our
his name?
dude,
Yeah.
I know, I'm blanking on his name now.
Yeah, and he's going to be in White Lotus season 3.
Oh yes, he is.
Looking forward to that.
I gotta look up his name because I love this actor.
Rice's Gemstones.
Huh?
He's in Rice's Gemstones too.
Oh yeah. Oh, as like one of the best characters ever,
Yes.
Baby Billy.
I just draw a blank his name.
Oh no, it came to me already. Walton Goggins.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Yeah, he's incredible as the ghoul in this.
Yes.
Because like the ghouls in general and that kind of people are very big and important in the Fallout world. Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to our main actress Ella Purnell's brother in the show.
Who's her brother?
He was really great. The little short dude.
Oh, like her.
Her brother in the show.
Yeah,
Because he goes off and he's the one that explores the other vault and finds out what's going on.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah, I know you're talking about now.
He was a standout to me. Like, I thought he was great. And I looked him up, and he was from like a kids show mainly,
Okay.
like back in the day. So like he's getting a little bit of a resurgence, which is cool. But yeah, so yeah, I want to shout him out too.
Cool. All right, so what number was that for you?
That was 6.
Okay.
That's on Amazon. I think
we'd
when we go through our 10 again, we can go make sure we say the streaming service too that it's on.
Yeah.
Once we get through them all, but yeah.
Okay.
So you want to go 5 now, right?
Yes, 5. 5 is Lioness Special Ops.
Okay. Right, which is my 7.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm curious what you.
I think.
What you think of the second season?
I think the second season really upped the ante in
Yes,
the action and the
especially the ending.
and then
It's crazy.
and then and just like going places you didn't think it was going to go.
Yeah.
This really, honestly, felt like almost like Sicario as a TV show.
Yeah. I mentioned that when I was talking before. I'm like, yeah, it still feels like Sicario.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
And so
Zoe Saldana in this is incredible.
She's
There's
great.
some like, I remember like in the beginning of the second season, there's some speeches she does where she's yelling at people that she's just great.
Yeah, with her and then,
Our main new lioness
Yeah.
too. She was awesome too.
yeah, she was great.
And I was happy to see the old one came back too from the first season.
Yeah.
So
And then the one dude that's in both this and Landman.
he's like in every show of Taylor Sheridan's. Yeah.
Is he?
I think so. Yeah.
Yellowstone. I've never watched Yellowstone, so
I don't know if he's in the Yellowstone. He's in Mayor of Kingstown as well.
I wonder if he's like his brother
Just
or
a
cousin
friend
or something. Yeah,
probably.
close
Yeah.
friend.
I don't know.
His college roommate. He's like
Probably.
his kids are all there. Because
He has to. Yeah, he has to have known him forever.
He
or
practically
something.
plays the same character.
He does. Yeah.
in at least the Landman
And it's not like he's bad. He's just he's just
Yeah.
doing that. He's that guy. Yeah.
But yeah, this it's a great show.
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
glad it's still.
That's on Paramount
Continue.
Plus.
Yeah. Yeah. So my
Not
5.
Yep.
Yeah, is Shrinking.
Okay.
This was only honorable mention.
No, I had it as 10.
You had it 10. Okay. All right. Well, I just talked about this again on the TV pod because I just finished season 2. But
Yeah, we both did. We did.
right, yeah, we both I wanted to mention something else besides the extra cast that they added to this season, which was great. There was a absolutely beautiful needle drop in the penultimate episode at the end. It is I Need My Girl by The National. Amazing song. It was a perfect choice for the end of that episode. They do really well with needle drops in general. Plus, I've mentioned before, I love the theme song to this.
Yes.
Ben Gibbard from Death Cab for Cutie. Love the song. I never skip it. Never skip it.
I skip it most times, but yeah.
Do you?
Yes.
Man. But yeah, what did you think of this season?
Yeah, it was good. I mean,
And I said also I like it better in the first season. So
Yeah,
I think it's just
I mean, because who knows what people listen to or don't. So I'll recap a little bit of it. I think Harrison Ford, so good. I mean, the speech he gives at the end of the season finale is like
amazing,
tear jerking.
It is.
I was saying earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Like, I think this is one of his best performances in a role in probably the last 2 decades.
Very different than what he normally does too.
And I think it's so raw for him because he really has Parkinson's, and then
does he really?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I was curious about that. If that was,
and they tackle that subject so well, and just keep it like, and the same thing with like even just getting older, just all that around this. I think they do a great job of tackling. They're still dealing with grief and death and that stuff very well, and then keep they can deal with it seriously, but then also have funny jokes and stuff.
Yeah. The balance is really good in the show of that.
The one thing I think they're disappointing about I feel like they got a little bit away. I mean, there's a few times, but they kind of got away from what made some of the humor in the first season, where like he's trying to fix his patients by telling what they really need to hear.
Yes.
And that was kind of, and they had a little bit of it, but they've gotten away from that as much.
I didn't think about that, but you're right. Yeah. There wasn't nearly as much of that in this season as the first season.
And then, is it Ellie? Is that her name? The neighbor that's played by Bill Lawrence's wife.
Right. Yeah, the mom.
Yeah.
That's just mean to everyone.
Yeah. Well,
also from Scrubs.
Yes. Her plot line in the first half of the season, I thought was pretty weak. And I think it was just because it wasn't believable. And it just didn't buy it. But yeah, and the rest though, like even the friends adopting the other mom or the other psychologist dealing with like her aging mom, and stuff like that. Just
I
loved like you said, the cameo, like we're bringing, because I got the Wayans guy in there, a Wayans guy.
He was great too. Yep. Which he was I remember him from Happy Endings.
Yes,
was that
Happy Endings.
That was a great show.
Mm-hmm. He was also in, because he was coaching New Girl.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, that's what I mean. The added cast was great.
Yep. And Colby Smulders is like just a
shows
small,
up at the
small
end.
bit, and towards the end of the season.
Yeah, little How I Met Your Mother reunion for her.
But I honestly think they're queuing up for a love interest for season 3 for him. And
they even just the way they meet. Yeah, it was very good. And then my MVP is Brett Goldstein in this season, which you mentioned. He's been a part of this show since the beginning, just hasn't acted on it yet. But his part in this season is very integral to even a lot of what this show is centered around. And I think they just do it really well. And honestly, I hope he continues into the next season. but
Yeah.
everyone will know him as Roy Kent from Ted Lasso. So
Maybe this is where he's like, I gotta portray myself differently.
it's
I
like
don't wanna
completely
go down
opposite.
the history of known as like Roy Kent.
No, he's got range. It's like complete opposite character in this.
He doesn't have a beard, so
Yeah, that's a big difference too. It's so weird how different his voice is in this show compared to, which I'm pretty sure this is a normal voice, because I know you're saying that voice really messed, or like would mess with his throat a lot in Ted Lasso, having to do that all the time, all the grunting and yeah.
All right, so what number?
That was 5, Shrinking for me, and so you did 5. What was your 5?
Special Ops, Lioness.
Lioness, right? Okay.
So what's 4?
4. Maybe this will get Josh to watch it. Ripley is my number 4.
Well, this was so this is another one of those. I was trying to squeeze it in, and just couldn't get it done before the end of the year because I really
maybe next week's pod. Maybe you can.
I don't know about
it. Maybe in a couple weeks.
Yeah, give me a few weeks, but I do really want to watch this, and
it's amazing. Yeah, and all in black and white, based on The Talented Mr. Ripley, the movie, which was a book originally, but I loved the movie as well. I'm blanking on the actor's name, but from Fleabag, he's in Black Mirror as well, but he's playing Ripley. A few other actors I recognize in it too. It just it's just done really well. But the standout, why I keep trying to get Josh to watch it, is the cinematography is incredible. And again, the limitation of black and white, although I don't know, to cinematographers, is that a limitation? I just always think of it that way because I don't know. But anyway, it's it's beautiful. I want to look up and see where they filmed everything. These locations are awesome, but really good. That's Netflix. Everyone comment and email us and tell Josh to watch it.
So that was your number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 4 is Rings of Power.
Whoa. Okay. I didn't even have this on honorable mention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been a huge Lord of the Rings fan since I was like 12 and read the books, The Hobbit, and Dad read The Hobbit to us, and then I immediately dove into the trilogy, nerded out on that stuff, have an Atlas book, we brought it out and then the Atlas is broken up into the first age, the second age, and the third age, which even saying that probably says Lord of the Rings nerd, just saying those words.
No, that's cool. And you can reference it in different ways since the show's
this is the second age and the films are the third age.
Yeah.
Anyway, this season, like you mentioned it earlier, we were talking about it for some reason. Maybe it was in the other pod.
Just the step up in quality.
So,
it's what I was hoping for
one,
Dune.
Like the production was there, some of the talent was there, but they were missing the mark or some on the story. Season 2, they fixed that for the most part. There's still a storyline that's kind of weird and convoluted the main stuff with the elves and the dwarves and the human stuff like that. Yeah. Was good. And to have scenes with Ents and to have a troll that looks better than the troll in the movies, and to have a battle
better than like most movies, CG,
and to have a battle scene that tops some of the best battle scenes I've seen even in movies, and then all take place in a world that is high on my list. This was such a great season. Was it perfect? No, but it was a huge step up from season 1, and it was really, really fun to watch.
I guess you're still higher on it than me.
Yeah.
I did still like it though. But I really didn't like you liked the first season more than I did,
Yeah,
I guess.
for sure.
So that's also why. But okay. All right.
Well, the last thing
Yeah.
I'll say is the performance from Sauron, and then, or,
Yes.
the different names he goes by, but in the different times, they do such a good job of seeing how he would manipulate people to
Oh yeah.
do things for him. And I mean, that comes down to writing and the performance. And I think both did well.
I agree. He was one of the best in this season, and Celebrimbor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Celebrimbor was good too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your, or my 3?
Yeah.
'Cause that was my 4.
That was your 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So number 3 for me,
Yeah.
the Penguin.
Oh, okay. Man, that's my 8. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we both really liked the Penguin, but
this show, one, was way better than it should have been.
I agree.
I think Colin Farrell
Oh yeah.
and Krista Milioti, or however you say it, Milioti, performances were fantastic. They both should win Emmys for their performance.
Yeah. Especially her.
Yeah, and then just the cinematography, and then the story. I mean, like, they did a good job with the story, and
The main thing we talked about is keeping the cohesion with the movie.
yeah, it
In that
felt like
world,
part
they
of the
did.
world.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I just, it was really good. I mean, dark, but good.
Yeah. Very dark at the end.
Yes.
A lot of things happen in that finale. Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, again, the performances of both those leads, and I mean, some of the side characters are great too, but
Yes.
because like the Waddle, the
Oh, the
voice,
Waddle.
I mean, like everything Colin Farrell puts into this, and again, talking about, I mean, Sugar was this year too, both those, and you watch this back to back, you wouldn't even know, you didn't tell somebody, you wouldn't know it's the same person.
No.
So
Yeah.
it's good. So what's your number 3?
Well, I wanted to say also that
Okay, that's
the Penguin,
because it was your number 8. Go ahead. Sorry. I forgot you.
I just wanted to say, because I mean, I agree with it. I don't really have much else to say about it. They maybe now should have waited to release the show later, because we keep getting the movie delayed.
Oh, right.
It is now 2027. I think
it
they
really?
pushed it to. Yeah. This is the second delay for it.
Wow.
I believe originally it was supposed to come out now this year, 2025. And then they pushed it to 26. Now it's 27.
It'll probably be early 27.
I think they put a month on it too. I think it's later in the year.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that movie, but it's like, I'm glad we got this Penguin show in between, but now it's like, man, we got to wait
Yeah.
even longer, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely check out the Penguin just for Kristen Milioti's outfits.
Yeah. So that's on Paramount. No, not Paramount. HBO
it's
Max.
HBO.
Yeah. Max, the one to watch for
Yes.
HBO. So what's your number 3?
Number 3, The Agency. Yep. It's not finished.
I say, is this even acceptable to put up?
Sure it is.
It's got to be, at least have, I guess you've seen more than 50% of it.
Yeah, there's been 6 episodes. At the time of recording this, next one will be out tomorrow.
Okay.
I really got into the show immediately, even from the first episode. Big part of it was just how incredible the cast is going into this. I was just surprised that these movie actors were doing this show.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender, Jeffrey Wright, Richard Gere. There's a few others. Did you notice some other people you recognize? Because there are some others in brief moments. I was mentioning that, like, or just in a video call.
Yeah.
It'll be like, because that's easy for them to just film someone,
Yeah.
you know, and that. But I I also just think Michael Fassbender can just do this role really well because he did in The Killer recently, the Fincher movie, which I loved. And I don't. This is genre, we talked about. There's a lot of British spy stuff right now. I do like a lot of it, but it's not something I engage with a ton. But there's something about this show that just really got me, and I had to put it pretty high because it's one of the few shows I would like really looked forward to every week.
Yeah, it does have an interesting. The cinematography is interesting in it too, like not in a bad way. Just it's and it's not. They do a lot of these like long zoom shot follows of people walking around, and it's almost like surveillance. I guess would maybe be a bit like way they
it does feel like that at times.
Yeah. So it's different and interesting.
Yeah. So check it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but I don't know if it would have made it on my 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really explain it further why but I really got into it immediately.
Cool. What's your number 2?
So that was 3 for me. Did you say your 3?
Yeah, I already did. The Penguin.
Oh, that was 3. Okay. All right, my number 2 is Presumed Innocent.
Oh, nice.
Which
this was my number 9.
Yeah, you had this high or higher up on the list, but some people might think it's ridiculous I have this at number 2, but
this is
like this show way more than I thought I would.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
especially him. Yeah.
Skarsgård. What's his first name? The Skarsgård guy.
It's not Skarsgård. It's Sarsgaard.
Sarsgaard.
Yeah, it's very close to the same last name. Yeah. Yeah, he was a standout too.
Yeah.
Tommy Malto is the character. But is it Peter Sarsgaard, I think?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. He was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. This show
is another one I was waiting for every week, like just really into.
And they did such a great job of the cliffhangers at the end of every episode. So if you could binge it, you would binge it.
Yes.
This is also on Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
The agency's on Paramount Plus / Showtime.
Yeah, that has a technically Showtime, right?
Yeah, which is weird. It's just the way that HBO is inside of Max, Showtime's inside of Paramount Plus now. So it's like, just wanted because I don't think we said it.
Yeah.
And but no, this is was Apple TV Plus, and they're doing a season 2.
Yeah. Do we know?
We don't.
Different season or different story?
Probably they figured it.
Because this just covered the movie anyway, or the
book.
Yeah. Well, same with the movie. Yeah. So I don't.
The assumption is it'll be like an anthology kind of series. Okay. And there is a second book, and it is. I think approaches it that way too. It's like not.
Okay.
So it's kind of like there is like one character that's a crossover, but
maybe it's Tommy Malto. That would be sick. Maybe. He was great.
No, this was just a little lower on my list, but
the other guy with Tommy Malto, though, I know we talked about on the pod.
His voice,
dude, drove me crazy. But anyway, even some stuff aside, I know you said you didn't really like Jake Gyllenhaal's wife.
Oh yeah, the actress. It was just.
I really like her and other stuff, but I see what you're saying.
But
with the show.
she grew on me later on, but like the first couple episodes, it was a little rough, but. Yeah,
definitely everyone should check it out though. Like that was great. I was looking forward to it. Jake Gyllenhaal is like, I think pretty high up there as far as like one of the best actors, in my opinion. But, and another one, like The Agency, doesn't really do TV. This was kind of his first, I want to say his first show, miniseries, but yeah, it was really great. I liked it way more than I thought I would. So, what's your 2? Number 2?
Industry season 3.
I should have guessed this. Yeah. I'm still in season 1. That's why.
Okay. This
it's like Hacks. I'm like way behind.
This show. Some of those shows that like sometimes you're like it shouldn't work. Almost this is what it's about, and you're just like this doesn't make any sense. But it's just one of those things that's so well written and acted. and it's just chaos, but like, but entertaining, and yeah.
A lot of the actors on that show seem to be like huge now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like nobodies,
Right.
Just pretty much when they started. Same with the writer, like the people that created the show, like never did anything before this.
Oh, so are they like signing deals for movies, or are they doing other stuff now?
I don't know if they are now, but it's like they, yeah. But I will say, I think season 2. It's so weird. Like I think it's like there's parts of this I think were better, but there's a lot of strong stuff in season 2. But it was still a really strong season for season 3, and it did get renewed for season 4. So
cool.
Yeah.
Incredible score in this show.
Yes.
Love the music. So good.
So it is. It's a character for sure.
Yeah.
In the show, like it's definitely it's there often enough and in your face that it's part of what makes it feel the chaos, the intensity that's there, and just stand out in this season that he was not in the previous 2 seasons. Good old Jon Snow.
Oh yeah, that's right. How was he in this?
He was great as playing a pretentious rich dude. Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, he was great.
Okay.
From like coming from like an old family with money and stuff, and yeah, he was good. Why am I thinking? I can't think of his name.
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So time for our number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, we figured this would be.
I feel like there's no surprise.
No.
I knew.
Maybe for people listening, this might not be a surprise either.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of went, but even before I started listening, I was like, well, I know what number 1 is.
Oh yeah, I put it
and then I'm like, I'm
pretty
pretty sure Jared's going to have the same thing.
Yes.
So without further ado, our number 1 show for 2024
is Landman.
No, it's Shogun.
Yes. Absolutely.
This show, which like what was like the beginning of the year, towards the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it was pretty early on this year. Yeah.
And I think we were early to the game. We were covering this in the pod.
Oh yeah, because it blew up.
It was like new, and then it blew up, and we look like geniuses because we were.
That's right.
You know, we were already there.
We didn't look like geniuses. We are geniuses, Josh.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah,
that's so smart. I forgot.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, this show, again, firing in all cylinders. The production was amazing. The attention to detail, the period.
Yes.
The acting, the story.
Never even, I don't think, maybe, I don't know, go back, check the tape. I don't think we ever even, because we covered the whole season.
Yeah.
I don't think there was ever a time where we were like, nah, I didn't like this episode as much.
Yeah.
It's like, it was pretty strong the whole way through.
Oh, yeah. But I feel like there's probably like one where like, okay, maybe that one wasn't quite as good as the first 5 or whatever.
Right.
But like, it was kind of like.
It was so consistent.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, doing things, the stuff they did with the translations and the subtitles, and then slowly making them go away and just starting speaking, like the fluency there of that transition all the time.
Also, a show that is mostly subtitles, to do it this well, to where you're still completely engaged, the whole time, and the acting is incredible. I would say specifically Anna Sawai as Mariko.
Yes,
so incredible.
Good. Yeah,
did she? I imagine
the physicality of her role is so good.
Yes. I imagine, have you seen anything? Is she getting nominated a lot?
Yes.
I hope she does.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And this show, I think.
Good. Honestly, even Cosmo Jarvis as John Blackthorne.
Yeah.
Or is it John Blackthorne?
Something
sounds
Blackthorne.
Right. I don't know.
Blackthorne for sure.
Blackthorne for sure, yeah. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Like he man, his development and character growth in this season, it was amazing.
And I mean, that's a good case in point. Like, and in the season, it took place over some time. It wasn't like it was like a week or a month. It was like some time, and they really portrayed that well. Like
Yeah.
where he starts to become more accustomed to their customs and life, and yeah, no, it was
I would say one more shout out for the acting. Toranaga,
yes,
incredible. Yeah. I don't know the actor's name off the top of
and
my
shout
head.
out to our cheat sheet for that we had to fill out, because the names were
That was tough.
tough to, especially in the first couple.
Definitely, it'd be fun to revisit. Definitely, I'm going to watch it again at some point.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a while before season 2 and
Right.
3.
That's the other thing, is that little nervous about them continuing it, because it was another one that was supposed to be just,
Yes,
this covered the whole book, right?
as far as I know.
So they have to go and create it from nothing. Whatever.
Supposedly there's like a kind of a spin-off book, but it wasn't like
Okay,
it
so
wasn't
they have a little
direct,
bit.
it wasn't a direct sequel. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, either, but
Crazy that it's 2 more seasons.
right,
They
which
already
is like,
said.
yeah. But I mean, I think they're going to take their time. So I have
I hope
hopes
so,
that they just take their time, and 3 years from now we'll be watching that, and you'll be like, okay,
Hopefully it'll win
so
number 1 again for
because
that season as well.
what if they jump time and go, kind of, because this really just started the Shogun period, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they could jump, and that went for like 100 years or something, right?
I don't know how long, but yeah, for a while.
For a long while.
Well, we get a glimpse of, like, technically it's not the future. I guess it's like a vision of what could be
Right.
with the battle. So I don't know.
There's different
I
ways
feel like
to
they
go
would
about it.
almost have to jump ahead a little bit for the start of season 2. Whatever.
Jump
they do.
ahead some, have flashbacks that go back even further than
Yeah,
season
that'd
1.
be cool.
Things like that. Because they did some flashbacks in season 1 too, and that always went well.
Mhm.
But yeah, just stylistically,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
The art direction, like everything about it was just
Mhm. Score was
on
great
point.
too.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cinematography,
Yes.
the lighting.
Yep. And it's just there were certain scenes, well, there's a lot of scenes in this season that the emotional impact, even from, you could still feel it, even though, like, you had to just read subtitles.
Yes.
You really, there were so many moments like that in this season where just portrayed so much. Yeah, I don't want to get into them too much, just because if you haven't watched it, if any of you out there have not watched
Yeah.
it,
Go watch it,
Yeah.
and then you can
that's
listen
on
to
Hulu,
our,
because that's FX. Speaking of a good FX show, not English Teacher.
and then you can listen to our coverage of it if you want.
Yes.
Like we
We went through the whole thing.
the whole thing.
You can see us butcher people's names or forget them as we went
Right.
until we got our cheat sheet.
Yep. And then I still would mess up Yabishige.
That was the one.
Yeah, Yabishige.
That was great. You just kept going. You were committing to it.
He was such a good comic relief.
He was, yeah. Yeah. Some devastating kills,
Yes.
character deaths in that show too.
But yeah. So
We want to recap?
you want to recap the 10?
Yeah. Yeah.
You do yours and I'll do mine, or whatever. Or I'll do mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
So number 10, Shrinking, Apple TV Plus, season 2. Number 9, Presumed Innocent on Apple TV Plus. Number 8, Fallout, season 1 on Amazon. Number 7, Nobody Wants This on Netflix, season 1. Number 6, Disclaimer on Apple TV Plus. Number 5, Special Ops Lioness, season 2 on Paramount Plus. Number 4, Rings of Power, season 2 on Amazon Prime. Number 3, The Penguin, season 1, Max, the one to watch for HBO. Number 2, Industry, season 3, also on Max HBO. And number 1, Shogun, season 1 on Hulu/FX.
Yes. The best example of a FX show. not
Yes.
English teacher.
Yes. The Bear also, but
Oh, yeah, of course. And Atlanta, which you still have never watched. We're talking about Donald Glover. Okay. Number 10. My number 10 was House of the Dragon, season 2 on Max. My number 9 was The Bear, season 3 on Hulu FX. My number 8 was The Penguin, season 1 on Max. My number 7 was Lioness, Special Ops Lioness on Paramount, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Number 6 was Fallout on Amazon. Number 5 is Shrinking on Apple. Number 4 is Ripley on Netflix. Number 3 is The Agency on Paramount. Number 2, Presumed Innocent on Apple. And number 1, Shogun on Hulu. There we go.
So there you have it, folks. The best of the best in 2024.
Yep. Perfect list.
No arguments,
Yeah.
no talkbacks.
Yeah.
Um,
But comment and
yeah,
email
so let
us.
us know. Did we miss something? Just-
I love seeing other people's top 10s.
Yeah.
So if you have them,
if you have
send
something,
them our way.
yeah, let us know. You can do that by emailing us at feedback@screentimepod.com. You can also leave a comment on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And you can follow each one of us on Instagram. I'm at Jay Youngbar.
And I'm at Jared Youngbar.
Okay, here's looking at 2025 and exciting shows coming out in this year. And look forward to recapping it at the end of the year.
Yes.
Catch you guys then.